Hello YouTube and welcome to another edition of the Gravestone Pros here at North Country Memorials. We are so glad that you have joined us today. It's going to be a good one, so come along. All right guys, we are back, and first off I want to say thank you for all the kind and encouraging comments last week. I was not fishing for compliments, but you know, you have those days sometimes, and I like to be real. I could have just put on my happy YouTube voice and done it normal, but I figured why not be real. There's something about being on the internet that pushes people to be unauthentic, and I don't want that to be me. So I appreciate all the support, and knowing that you guys are enjoying what we're doing and enjoying the content I'm making, it definitely pushes me to want to do more. So I truly appreciate that. And I will say, hey, I'm feeling a lot better today. I've been productive, been getting stuff done. The temperature is starting to warm up. People are starting to get out and around a little bit more. And so I have been busy in the office fielding questions and calls from new or potential families that are looking for gravestones and lettering jobs and all the stuff we do. So it's been good in that sense, but it does not always leave me a lot of time here in the shop to get working on stuff. So another week has went by and I still have all of these jet black stones sitting here waiting to be lettered. The good news is though, I have pretty much all of the jet black stencils put on and ready to go through the blast process. That is excluding, I do have a few that are not going to be skin frost, but they're going to be V-sunk. And so those stones are still kind of sitting around, hanging around, waiting to be done. So there is still plenty to put on, plenty of work to do. Dad should be back. Hopefully you will start seeing him as soon as next week. So that should be good. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of what I was working on, and I went for time lapse this week because I oftentimes like to listen to podcasts or watch shows when I'm doing stencil work and stuff in here, and that audio a lot of times is not able to be in the background of videos, and I did not bring headphones, so I just put time lapse on, which meant some of the clips of me working on these benches and things went very fast. It's actually funny the amount of time it takes to do some of this stuff, but then when you put it on time lapse, it's like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and a whole thing gets done. So that's always interesting to see. All right, I am going to do a job I don't do very often, but needs to be done now and then, and that is taking the recycle. I had a bunch of cardboard that was building up, and then my paper garbage builds up as well. So why not go ahead and take the opportunity to do that today, get it cleaned out. It's always nice. It is a beautiful day out. I am in my t-shirt because I don't need a jacket or a sweatshirt today. And most of the time, I miss the nicest part of the day as I am in the office sitting inside. So it's nice when it's starting to get nice in the spring. You kind of look for jobs that you can get outside, even if only for a few minutes. There we go. Show you guys my new rig here. Got a couple months ago. It is just like my Ford Edge, but it is made by Lincoln. It's the MKX. I've been enjoying it. It's only a couple years newer than my old one, but because it's the Lincoln, it has the bells and the whistles. Heated seats, leather seats, little push to start thing. Boy, that confuses the daylights out of me. All right, so as I was saying, it has been a good rig, and I have been enjoying it. Unfortunately, my other car just got to the point where it was needing almost $1,000 in repairs, and I just didn't want to make that commitment to that vehicle anymore. So I ended up going ahead and upgrading to this. You can see all my stuff in the back there, all my cardboard. Lots to take here. Man, this time of year, it surely is nice. Honestly, I can't complain. We have had a mild winter, but that being said, it is not the same as spring. When you start to get that warmer weather, things just start feeling really nice. My son is playing a little league baseball this year, and he had his first practices this week, so he was pretty stoked, and I was out in the backyard throwing the baseball with him a little bit, and it felt kind of nice to be out there in short sleeves playing a little bit and not worrying about the weather. And of course, that meant it was also time to get bicycles ready, so we have been upgrading bikes and getting everybody to the next size up, because they have all grown, of course, and what was working last winter, or last fall I should say, is no longer quite fitting for this year. So the little girls both moved up to little bigger bikes, and my son, he had to give up his bike to one of the girls as they moved up to his bike, and we got a little bike for him, a little bigger bike for him I should say, so he'll be good. But it's all part of springtime fun, and it was fun seeing the kids out there. And even my 3-year-old, he's on a stride ride, I think they call them, or no, not stride ride, that's the shoes, but the little bike that has no pedals on it that you just push, but you still have to balance it. He was doing pretty good on that. Wouldn't be surprised if he's on a pedal bike with no training wheels by the end of this summer. We'll see how he does, but lots of fun with this time of year. So definitely looking forward to this next season as it warms up. All right, we made it. I always used to hate coming here as a kid. We never had trash pickup, so we always had to do a big collection, get it all loaded on the truck. And it always felt like an exuberant amount of work. And we'd bring it right over here and dump it in, or inside those big double doors. Sometimes it went inside, but it was never my favorite. But bringing a little recycle, that's not so bad. I can handle doing that. Always lots to grab. Actually, my mother often does the recycle for me here, because she normally needs to bring stuff more often than I do. So often she will grab my recycle from the shop and bring it when she brings hers. That's all there is to it. Out we go. All right. We got her all put in. Always feels good to get little jobs like that done. They sit around a lot of times longer than you'd like, and so to tick it off the list always feels good. One less thing to think about, one less thing to worry about, a little less clutter around the office. And we got a shelf we put all our cardboard on. We use a lot of stones come with cardboard wrapped around them, but it's dirty and can't be reused, and so it just needs to be recycled. And so we got a spot that kind of fills up, and some of it gets put in the trash because it's so dirty and nasty. But anyways, the job of doing that kind of stuff isn't that big a deal, but it's just always something that needs to be done and taken care of. So glad to have it finished. out of the way for today. All right, back to the shop. We made her here. It's nice to get out. Such a beautiful day. That was a good excuse, so glad I decided to just take it and do it. Ooh, I had brought my garbage today, so I had to pull that out. I'm gonna set that there. It was in the back of my car, but it was making my car a little stinky, so we are not going to put that back into the car until it's time to drive home. I wanted to come in and show you another thing you saw earlier as I was moving some stones around. I had this stone here, and this is a Figueroa stone, and I moved that down. It was sitting up here on the bed of the truck, but I wanted it a little lower because this needs to be drilled and a bronze plaque put on. So there'll be a video of that coming very soon, but I figured I would at least mention that that is something that's waiting to be done. Guys, thank you so much for coming along. We hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was a little bit entertaining and a little bit educational. That is always my goal. Thank you for coming along. We will see you all next time.